Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Able with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands together if you are ready to get the show started. Let's go. Peace. Welcome to Disabled is Able, where we, the disabled, show our super skills, super analytical powers, and breaking down the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Clap that up.
Yes, sir.
He was a big word right there.
Yeah, it is time. I'm super duper excited. I got Fredy and Eli with me. I'm your co-host, Dad. How you guys feeling?
Feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Feeling good.
High school going, Fredy, we down.
School is going well. We have 2 tests this week. My paper is moving in the right direction.
I like to hear paper is moving in the right direction.
I know what I'm looking for now. I'm looking for animal models that deal with CP and how they get CP. And once I get that rolling, I move on to when they get CP, what do they do to reverse the CP?
All right.
Gotcha.
And then when I get from there, then I can, I got a month. The presentation's in a month.
Okay.
I got time, but I don't really got time, so I gotta double work. I gotta work on the presentation and keep working on the writing of the paper.
Absolutely.
So,
always be ahead of the schedule if you can.
Yes.
And this way, if you need an extra week to review it, you got it.
Yeah.
But when you work to the deadline, you become extra stressed.
Yeah.
I think you got this. Eli, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. My Warriors are on a 9-game winning streak. I'm happy about that.
Boy, his Warriors.
They're not yours, so they're not yours.
Yeah, they're not your Warriors. No, they are your Warriors.
No, well, I know what you mean. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, the Warriors are on a 9-game winning streak.
And I think, we'll talk about that.
I'm excited about the Super Bowl. I have my picks already.
Okay, all right. So let's get right down to it.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Able podcast.
All right, let's get right. Well, before we get to the Super Bowl, let's cover some news.
Okay.
All right. New Orleans Saints star Alvin Kamara was arrested for battery in Las Vegas after allegedly beating someone up at a nightclub Saturday night. What do you guys think about that?
It's very responsible. You should have known better. Especially you're in a Pro Bowl.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to relax all the time.
It's like the All-Star weekend, for NBA. All you supposed to do is really be in a hotel a little bit, go out with your peers, and then be back at a certain time to get ready for the festivities, like the dodgeball or the little target practice.
Yes.
And then just play on Sunday.
Listen, you're just supposed to play.
Well, what was the game held in Vegas?
It was held in, yes, it was.
Yeah, Vegas.
Oh,
That's what I'm
yes.
saying. You're supposed to get there, do what you
Yes,
gotta do,
it was.
and leave Vegas.
Vegas is very dangerous.
Leave Vegas.
Right.
Leave Vegas.
Obviously, he must have been gambling the night before.
Right.
Probably drinking the night before because the game is an exhibition game.
Yeah.
Right.
And as a result of that, things got out of hand. And you're supposed to have a team of guys around you who insulate you and responsible for you getting in and out with no problems. Because now, I saw the pictures. Did you see the pictures of how they beat this guy?
No, I didn't.
Oh, the pictures are brutal. They were stomping him in his head on concrete. The guy's face looks destroyed. He's going to definitely have a lawsuit going against him unless, and I can't even justify, all those guys beating him up unless, his lawyers are that good, and I don't see that happening in an instant. And we always try to teach this here for young people. You can lose it all in 1 minute.
Yeah,
one instance.
Yeah.
Everything you've worked on as a kid, your dream to get to the NFL and play.
And also in any sport. It's not just.
Oh no, it's any sport, and that doesn't mean you should be a prisoner of your success.
Right.
You successful. You want to go out, have a good time, but you got to go to the right clubs and have the right people around you. Even if you got to pay for bodyguards, let them handle that.
Yeah.
This way, they get paid to handle that.
Right.
You don't have to deal with that. So,
In other news, I think the Texans hired
Lovey Smith.
Yes. As their next head coach.
Yep, Lovey Smith.
That was an interesting move coming off of the Flores situation.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So they
I was
went with a
surprised.
black coach,
I was
experienced coach, and you're gonna see that. Even the Miami Dolphins, I forgot who they hired, but he's considered a minority.
Right.
Of the guy they did hire. So you start to see some of the effects of Brian Flores' activism in a way where now, and even Roger Goodell put a stern warning out that we have to hire minorities, so to speak.
More. And,
right. So that the league doesn't look so
this
one-sided.
happened last week. We forgot to mention it. Josh McDaniels is the new head coach for the Las Vegas
Raiders.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good move.
That's a good move.
He's inheriting a decent team.
Yeah.
A team that they made the playoffs.
They made the
They
playoffs.
did.
Yeah.
Right. They lost to the Bengals.
They lost to the Bengals.
So he's inheriting a playoff team. You really can't beat that. You know, because that
it's
means
not like the he came from the Patriots too. What's his name? He went to
Belichick.
but he got hired by the Lions a few years ago.
Matt
Patricia.
Matt Patricia,
yeah.
He was also from the Patriots umbrella, but Josh McDaniels, he's more of an offensive coach.
Yeah, so he's gonna be a juggernaut.
Derek Carr's
gonna love that.
Yeah,
I think,
and he got money to play with too. So.
And I think the situation with the Indiana, the Colts last couple years ago, Andrew Luck ended up leaving.
Yes.
Now, granted, he did back out of that deal before Andrew Luck left.
Maybe he got word.
But maybe he got word ahead of time
that Andrew Luck won't be there as his quarterback.
And he was looking at it like...
Because remember, he took that job.
Right.
And then he backed out of it.
But I don't think he's going to do that this time. I don't know if he's going to stick with Derek Carr.
Oh, yeah, no, he most definitely will. Because I feel like Derek Carr proved himself.
Yes.
He's not MVP Derek Carr, but he's a level down of that.
Right.
You know?
Also, Tyler Murray has unfollowed the Arizona Cardinals.
Kyler Murray, yes.
Kyler Murray.
You said Tyler.
Oh, what's his name?
Kyler
Murray. Sorry about that. Has unfollowed the Arizona Cardinals. And we're hearing that he may want to come out of Arizona.
I'm hearing he's only doing that to get an extension earlier than they was.
Oh, okay. So he's playing chess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of forcing their hand a little bit. I don't think he really wants to. I think he knows.
I think he likes it there. Yeah.
He likes it there, and the roster. They made big moves the last two seasons.
Last season, yeah. Right. I mean, last season, yeah.
To put them in great position.
They underachieved for me. I feel like they did underachieve.
Well, they won like 8 games in a row.
Right.
But it was against teams.
And it was against teams that
won 500.
Right. So, and I've seen teams where they go 14-2, but it's mainly because you have an easy schedule.
Yeah. Did they make the playoffs?
They did. But they lost
to the Rams.
Yes. To the Rams.
Yeah, I believe so. So, again, he got his team to the playoffs. That's considered a victory in the NFL.
Yeah.
Means you had a decent enough season.
It's still gonna be it's not gonna be as tough as a division as I think it's gonna be because I think Russell Wilson will leave Seattle.
I believe so.
I think and then the 49ers won't have their quarterback. They have an outstanding defense, but they won't have their quarterback.
But they got the quarterback that they drafted.
Trey Lance?
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know.
No, they say he's Mahomes.
That year under Jimmy G.
Yeah, just watching. Yeah, absolutely.
And going far in the playoffs, not being like the favorites in the playoffs. Yeah, all that.
Yeah,
they were really about to go to the Super Bowl.
But I think realistically they'll be number 2 in that division behind the Rams.
That's still enough to get some into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right. And you know how the playoffs in football work. The team that's really
hot,
healthy, hot.
Yeah, look at the Bengals.
Yeah. You get hot at the right time, it can lead to the Super Bowl.
But I don't think Arizona fans should worry. I think it's just a tactic move to just
I like it.
Get an extension.
Okay, I like it.
Even though I do agree with some critics where I don't really see a lot of players in my early years watching football post that on social media.
Right.
But it's a new era. It's a new era and a new generation.
Yeah, absolutely. And
because some people might look at that as airing out your dirty laundry.
Yeah, but it's a tactic. It could be the difference between you getting your money now and you not getting your money at all.
Right.
So sure.
You know,
I'm gonna unfollow them too. Back to the Pro
And I'm
Bowl.
gonna need a 300
Yeah.
Similar Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he gonna get $300 million.
Like 250, 200 minimum.
Right.
Minimum.
Back to the Pro Bowl.
Back to the actual game.
The actual game.
Yeah.
Who won the game?
AFC did 41-35.
Okay.
But it was.
It's terrible.
It was
Let's
bad.
not sugarcoat it down.
Yeah, it was
all of the veterans of the game, and rightfully so, are saying this is not what Pro Bowl football is supposed to be about.
Yeah, we remember that Sean Taylor hit.
Yeah, we remember games where these guys came out and played.
Right.
And so, and I understand from their standpoint, I'm on vacation. I made the Pro Bowl, but I'm on vacation. The season is over. Right. I don't want to get hurt because it's a brutal sport. But at least you got to be competitive.
And
because it was like they're playing flag football.
They're
playing flag.
Yeah. On top of that, I get some of the players' perspective because they were saying like some of us are free agents.
Yes.
After this game.
And what if I get hurt?
And what if I get hurt? I don't get the big bad that I was supposed to. That I know I deserve because I've been playing up crazy numbers. And they were saying it's not like baseball or basketball where the All-Star game is in the middle of the season.
In the middle of the season.
Where we know, okay, after the All-Star game.
Nobody's watching this. Like nobody's. Like the Ravens are not up for this.
And you can't play it in the middle of the season because if I tear my ACL.
Or
in a game that didn't mean nothing.
Right.
And rarely do you see that in basketball or baseball.
Right.
So I understand. So I think they should just get rid of the game. You made the Pro Bowl. That's it.
Or like do some skills challenge, something
which
skills
they were doing, which they were doing 2 nights before.
Yeah, they was trying. They tried to do that, but they need to create a whole set of the skills challenges, where you get to come out, meet and greet the All Stars, but no game.
Or like even flag football, like if
or
they
just
play
make it straight
like
flag 7-on-7,
7-on-7 flag football, like backyard football. That would be cool.
Right. They need to do that. Because other than that, it's a bad.
Shannon Sharp was upset.
Deion Sanders was upset as well.
Yeah.
And these are OGs.
Yeah, these are OGs. Yeah. Because I'm thinking like, if they do like the flag football, maybe they get a sponsorship from Nerve.
Right.
They get a whole,
what they should do, they should implement Chris Paul's idea. One of the teams wins a charity event.
No, because now you got them playing hard. And if I play hard and tear my ACL.
What about flag football?
And let me tell you, flag football, you can still get hurt, but not especially you got no equipment on. Right. You're not really running as hard. Because I don't care. These owners don't care about you as much as you think they do. Right. Especially in football.
Right.
They love you as long as you're healthy. And the minute you tear your ACL, that's why the money's not guaranteed.
Right. Except for if you're the quarterback. Right. The quarterback, they care about.
And if you were a defensive tackle, the gist of it is to get your money up front.
Right.
So you might sign a $200 million deal, but only $50 million is guaranteed. Then you really got a $50 million.
Right.
If you stay healthy,
you get the extra bonuses. Yeah,
you get that extra bonus money.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
Now, the moment of truth, fellas. We've had just about
2 weeks,
week and a half to kind of think about. Where we want to go with this. What team we want to pick. We'll all be together watching the game, snacking on goodies, pizza and snacks, and we'll get to see it on the big screen.
I'm expecting a really close, competitive, maybe even a comeback second
Freddie, we'll start with you.
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout.
Okay. Freddie, we'll start with you.
So my heart wants to pick the Bengals just because probably will not get there again. But my brain is telling me to pick the Rams. So I'm going to go with the Rams just because I feel like strategically, Sean McVay has been there before. He has a lot of veterans that have won it before, like Von Miller. His defense matches, if not overtakes, the Bengals defense. And offensively, he has more weapons to go to. The only difference that I see the Bengals having is the run game. If the Bengals can establish a good run game, because they do have a better running back, in my opinion. But in terms of receivers and in terms of quarterback, I feel like they're matched in terms of like if I need that one big play, Matthew Stafford gonna give me the 60, 70 yarder, and he gonna take me to the promised land. Same with Joe Burrow. Now, when it comes to situationships that I like to call in the game, if the Rams are up early, I'm getting scared because that means the Bengals gonna play with house money, like they've been playing this entire postseason. So I feel like they gotta keep it close, and then when the time is right, they need to secure the win. So I'm gonna go with the Rams just for all that I've said.
What
and
score?
I feel like I'm gonna go 35-30.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice
That's kind of
game.
weird score.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
Because like I feel like it's gonna be close. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and then by the like mid third quarter to fourth quarter, that's when it's gonna transition to the win.
Okay.
All right, so we got Fredy on record as saying it's going to be the Rams.
I'm gonna let you go second.
I'm the co-host. you next.
I wanted to go last, but all right. I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Okay.
Everything has been pointing to me saying the Bengals. Like I've been seeing a lot of fortune telling stuff. I've been seeing a bunch of tigers all over the place. Today, this year is the
Year of the Tiger.
The year of the tiger in Chinese. And yeah, I think Joe Burrow being his second year to make it this far. And I've never really seen him lose big championship games.
Okay.
Even though those were college games.
Yeah, no, they all add up.
It's the pressure.
But his poise, his competitive nature, does give me a young version of Tom Brady, but a better arm and better, passing yards. I do agree with Freddie. They do have pretty much same matchup in terms of quarterback and wide receivers, but I would give the edge to the Rams defense. So if they can put pressure on him, but if you can get sacked 9 times and still get back up and just execute, then he's not afraid of no, defense and lumberjack. Even though it is Aaron Donald and Von Miller. I expect this game to be close, and I expect the Bengals to win off of a field goal because that kicker hasn't missed a field goal kick in all of his playoff games.
All facts. So give me a score.
I'm gonna say 31-28 Bengals.
I like it.
Win.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I'm going to. This was tough for me, but I'm going to take the Rams. I'm going to take the Rams because I think if somehow the game is going to be won up front with Donaldson and Von Miller. Right. Now, against a lesser team like the Titans, who can sack him 9 times, if the Rams sack him 9 times, this game is over because they're going to take and create turnovers. I don't think there's any answer for Cooper Kupp. Is that his name?
Yeah,
Yes.
Cooper Kupp, yeah.
Eli
Odell.
Apple was probably the only
I
one.
think Ramsey is going to play a role in it. So I think
On Chase.
on Chase.
Yeah.
And so I think the better team overall, even though they're both the 4 seeds,
Is the Rams, yeah.
but I would not be surprised if the Bengals won because of all the narrative of Joe Cool. If the game is close, who has the ball last? Can he execute? He still has Jamar Chase and a few schemes.
And isn't the LSU mascot a tiger as well?
Yes.
Who we used to play for in
Yes.
college? Yeah.
So it's a whole Tiger theme going. They're looking for the next big quarterback to.
And they're looking for the next big star in Cleveland or the state of
So I would not be surprised, but my heart tells me I gotta go with the Rams. I just think they're an overall better team, and it's going to be close. I too am gonna say 24-21
Field goal kick?
field goal kick.
Because honestly, to me, it'll probably be a coaching matchup. And I'm going to give the edge to Sean McVay just because he has more experience.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like he has multiple tricks up his sleeve.
And the fact that it was just there 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was.
I think
like
that's going to play into
and
it.
two, the coach across from him is not Bill Belichick.
Right.
But I feel like we agree that the Rams have more pressure. The
Oh,
pressure
yeah.
is
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Rams.
Yeah.
There's
In
no
your home
pressure on
court.
Cincinnati. Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
you're on your home court. You're sleeping in your own bed.
Right.
you went to a bunch of fan meetups. Like, people expect you to win this game.
Yeah.
So
there's our picks.
Yep.
And we will see where this thing leads.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled.
NBA action. Update. LaMelo Ball and Dejounte Murray, first-time All-Star players. Due to injuries and a few other things.
Right. So, Tatum is going to replace Kevin Durant
in
as
the
the
starting lineup,
which filled LaMelo's spot as a reserve.
Yes.
And Draymond's not going to play, so they took Dejounte Murray.
Yes.
I would have personally picked Edwards.
Yes, I think I would have went with Edwards as well.
But
Edwards is, but this is what I got to check on Edwards. What are his numbers? Forget his flashiness.
Right.
And his ability to make
last
dunks.
year, he definitely had the numbers.
Right. So now I got to see his numbers. This guy, because the Spurs are playing well.
Yeah.
Considering that he's the star.
Right.
And he's got a very interesting story nobody wanted to pick him.
Yeah, he got the ACL injury
They
a
got
few
in
years ago.
trouble. And for him to fight back and make it to an All-Star.
And I think he had an ACL injury like a few years ago.
Yes.
Yes, he did. That messed up that season. Breaking news, we have a couple of trades.
Let's get to the trades.
Yes, I'm not afraid time of the year for them.
Indianapolis, the Indiana Pacers trade Sabonis and Jeremy Lamb.
Yep.
To the Sacramento Kings.
They also traded Chris LeVert to.
Okay, let me get to one trade at a time.
Sorry.
And to the Sacramento Kings for Halliburton, Buddy Hield,
and Tristan
Thompson. I think Indiana got the best of that deal.
Yeah. And there are also a few picks in there.
Oh, yeah, a couple of draft picks.
That go Sacramento's way, I think.
That kind of messes up your Laker situation.
Not necessarily.
We'll talk about that because the Lakers still can talk to the Pacers.
That's what I'm saying. His value diminished a little bit more.
And pick up a shooter. We also had, what's his name? Not Gerald LeVert, that's the singer.
Chris LeVert?
Yeah, Chris LeVert.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Cavaliers traded Ricky
Rubio
and his rights to Indianapolis for Chris LeVert, who's going to make
and a bunch of a few picks in there.
Yeah. Immensely better. Because he could put that ball in the basket.
And with Rondo being
oh, he gonna learn from Rondo. I forgot.
Yes.
Rondo being Ricky Rubio's replacement.
Yes.
Because Ricky Rubio chose ACL.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them a lot better. And they're fighting for the third seed right now with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Right. So they that's a power move on their part. It's good to see Cleveland the rebirth of Cleveland without LeBron.
Yeah.
Because usually they'd be so bad after he leaves.
I think they would be they lost their man, what's the rookie? Sexton.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's out for the season.
Yeah, he's out for the season. He tore his ACL.
But
because if he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean? So that's big.
Because I know they have Darius Garland, who should have been an all-star, that people were saying.
Right. The weirdest trade, though, was the Portland Trailblazers.
They made two trades.
The Covington trade and Porter. Powell.
To the Clippers.
That made the Clippers better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
basically scraps.
Because they got two defenders and they shoot.
But they give away McCollum.
CJ
McCollum to the Pelicans. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
Now, it makes the Pelicans better. And let me tell you what the Pelicans are doing. The Pelicans are trying to appease Zion. Like now when you come out, we got a shooter for you.
Right.
We're
Brandon.
But I don't feel like it's enough.
No, I think he wants to.
No, I think he's gonna go to the Knicks, because the Knicks made a power move as well, getting Cam Reddish. Right. And now you got RJ Barrett, his two homies.
Right. So if they bring
Cam's been balling recently.
Yeah, if they bring in Zion with Cam and RJ, I think they have a nucleus that you can build upon.
We did say that crew had to break up.
Yeah,
Yes,
we knew
yes.
that.
But I feel bad for CJ just because I would have liked him to gone to a contender.
A contender.
Right.
A team that's competing, whether that would have been Milwaukee, whether that like Miami.
Right.
Something along those lines of like, we're definitely gonna make a playoff push.
Right.
It just depends on who's healthy.
Breaking news, Bradley Beal plans to undergo season-ending surgery on his left wrist.
Yeah.
So obviously his numbers have been down this year.
And he had that pain.
He had his wrist problem. As a shooter, that's a problem. So he's just going to tank it.
Okay.
You know, they're not going to do much you know, in terms of Washington.
Right.
So,
but Washington doing overall, when you look at the roster,
the roster,
they overachieved.
I was going to say, they overachieved.
They got a lot of big pieces with that.
You know, so that's one of those things that I think will eventually, you know.
Right.
And I think for the Kings, if I'm any NBA team, I'm trying to keep robbing the Kings. Because they just gave away Halliburton for free.
Because Fox should be on the table too.
Right.
Yeah,
I
Fox,
think he's hurt
Harrison
right now.
Barnes.
Harrison Barnes for sure.
I'm going for
That's
Harrison Barnes.
a 3 and D guy,
right?
Yeah.
There's
if I'm going to stay, I'm gonna try to go and get Barnes.
Yeah.
Just to help out. Yeah, but
we don't need him now because we got Wiggins.
I know, but I'm saying he a 3 and D. He don't need to have the Barnes.
Right.
I want Miles Turner.
I was just
that's not happening. I don't think that's happening.
I was just checking on Woj to see if there were any updates. No Woj bombs.
No Woj bombs yet.
For Miles Turner.
Yeah, I mean,
who do y'all see needs to make a move? Because I feel like these moves have been shocking just because of the teams that are making it. So I feel like most of these teams have made moves. They're trying to just go for the play-in. The play-in is not the playoffs.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
They keep trying to push for this
But
play-in
you could sell that to your fans. Hey, at least we was in the play-in. No, that's not the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's a difference. Play-in, playoffs. You know?
Yeah.
So,
because I know, like, probably, but I know last year, Golden State wasn't set up for that.
No.
You know, Golden State was, like, pissed off.
You don't want no consolation prize.
Yeah, right.
So, you know, but you take the chances if you do get in.
Okay.
The Lakers definitely
because Sacramento's 13, and I think somebody's 10. So
well, you got to be between 10 and 7.
And 7.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But Sacramento's 13, and they pulled the trigger on
Yeah, well, they're in a rebuilding stage, obviously.
Right. The biggest piece is Miles Turner.
Okay.
Point blank period. Because everybody really wants him.
But now
it's too big.
He might want to stay because
and
he gets to play his true position.
He has a foot.
They just traded Ricky Rubio on and torn ACL to Indiana.
Yeah, but that was a salary down because you're free agent.
Yeah, that's true. But he gets to play center now.
Yeah, he wants to play center.
Right. And that was an issue.
Right. That was an issue.
So he might decide.
But I think he can also still do that with either the Lakers or Golden State.
That's true too.
So we both need a center.
But he also likes Halliburton.
He likes Halliburton.
And he likes Buddy Hield.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
then we both don't get our
well, pieces. I mean, I think the Lakers got to make some kind of move.
I don't know what it is. I think
Westbrook to New York. I'm sorry.
I want to see
Westbrook is going to
Hey, I don't mind that. If I could go to the Gardens to see Westbrook,
I think Westbrook.
I'm go see that.
But they need to get a 3-way deal going because we don't need Julius Randle. So get a 3-team involved. Right. Randle to...
You don't want to do... Right, okay.
No, I don't want him. Randle to the Pacers. Westbrook to New York. Miles Turner to the Knicks. I'm into the Lakers. I like it.
So you made it work.
I like it. Get Woj on the phone, the Woj ball might drop.
Alright, well, it's simple. It's pretty much simple for us. We either have to trade Wiseman and Looney for a second-round pick and Miles Turner, just straight up, to get him. I don't want to give him Looney, though. I like him. He's leading the league in offensive rebounds and rebounds in general.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
So,
Looney?
Yeah.
And he's coming off the bench.
No, he's starting.
Oh, he's starting.
Because Wiseman.
Wiseman.
Yeah, Wiseman.
Yeah, well, for me,
because the vet that he is. Well, dude, if we're gonna, and that's the thing, if we're gonna go through Phoenix, because we're gonna have to go through Phoenix.
If I'm a contender, I'm looking at the Jazz to take away from them. I'm looking at Denver because Denver is not what they.
But they said Murray might be on his way back.
Oh.
Before the
Soon
playoffs.
as-
Oh, okay.
Because remember,
He told this year in April.
Yeah.
in April,
yeah.
so that's a year injury. I mean, I say you stay the whole year,
Yeah, you stay the whole
and
year.
you come back next season.
That's what Kawhi is doing.
Yeah,
The Clippers are pretty much
Kawhi. Jeez, Mr.
I
Glass.
forgot he's not playing.
My
Kawhi
God.
and Paul George might sit out
the whole season.
the whole season.
Yeah, that's what I heard about Paul George too. They just want to keep it on the wraps because of trades.
They'll work with the roster that they have. They can try to get in with the play-in and give it a shot. Speaking of other news, James Harden might.
Well, James Harden is sitting out tonight's game under suspicious reasons,
Right.
because Philly and Brooklyn, according to who's the guy who works with LeBron?
Mark
No,
Haynes.
no. Anyway, you know his name. It'll come to me.
Okay.
He said, "Don't be fooled. Brooklyn and Philly have been in talks, quiet talks,
Right.
because what happens is Harden is unrestricted
Right.
at the end of the season.
At the end of the
he
season,
can just
yeah.
walk and go wherever he want to go.
Now the plan was to
Obviously,
get him
Brooklyn can give him more money,
right,
Yeah.
and the plan was to obviously win the championship this year.
And
Yes.
then resign him.
And
right?
right.
Because he can get $270 million.
But nobody was expecting. I wasn't really expecting Kyrie in the beginning. Of the
Yeah,
season
the
to
whole
sit out.
mandate situation made things very weird for Brooklyn.
Right.
And now
And then
we have
And
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant injured.
Right.
We don't know how long that's gonna take.
So they have lost 8 in a row, but it's
It
not
might
as
be 9
bad.
because they got Boston tonight.
Yeah, true. Boston have won 6
Talked
in a row.
about right. Brooklyn losing 8 in a row. They suck. Warriors winning 9 in a row. Cool.
Clap that up for the Warriors, because at one point it looked like Klay Thompson was messing up the team.
Yeah,
chemistry.
we had said that
Now
about 2
he's
But
weeks
we
heating
ago.
up.
said it would take some
Yeah.
It would
games.
take some games.
And he
He's
just
heating up.
passed Kobe on the all-time 3-point shooting list.
Shooting list. That's another
Um,
clap up. Let me clap that up for shooting.
They made a new Kobe Bryant All-Star MVP trophy.
I like it. I
It's
can't
huge.
keep clapping this up. This is getting crazy.
Yeah, it's huge.
Clap that up again for Kobe.
It's about like, I think, 8 stars inside. and
Yeah.
Oh,
then-
yeah,
Oh no,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
18 stars for the. It's
All-Star.
18 All-Star appearances. It's got some other things
Right.
on it,
Yeah.
and that means his name lives forever. I like it.
We talked about the Lakers updates in
Yes.
terms of Westbrook and whatnot.
Yes,
and
yes.
Thornton. So who y'all trying to move Thornton for now?
Now we got to move him for
Whoever's
is.
available.
Yeah, we got to dangle him and maybe a veteran piece. We still got Kendrick Nunn who hasn't played at all.
Yeah,
You know, so the Lakers.
that can also move him
On
'cause he's-
paper, you know, they seem to have some pieces. I just think one piece needs to go,
real quick.
or Westbrook needs to come off the bench just for this season.
Right.
Because what happens is Westbrook needs the ball in his hands all the time to really get his rhythm going. He's gonna play hard. He's gonna rebound, some other things. But I think with LeBron there, his rhythm is being altered because
He's
LeBron
gonna
needs
have
the
the
ball.
That's
He's gotta play
that's
the
for
ball.
every megastar. It's the same thing if you play with Tom Brady and LeBron.
But everyone can't make the adjustment. That's the
Right.
problem. You know, Kevin Love had to make the adjustment. Chris
Bosh,
Bosh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Even D Wade and
yeah,
Kyrie Irving.
D-Wade. So and LeBron just commands the ball, and if you want to win this championship, you gotta rock with him. You can't rock. You know,
And Westbrook is not the type to like run, like be a part of the play. He runs the play.
right.
Right.
He's not a
I
part.
like
of
what Anthony Davis has been
Clap
doing.
it up
since
for
he's
Anthony
been
Davis
back.
real quick because
Yeah.
he's been.
Yeah,
He's
30
been
and 15.
playing hard.
Yeah.
If we get
As
that
he's
Anthony
supposed to.
Davis for the rest
That's
of
what
the
I'm
season,
saying. We going for.
we're gonna be in at least the 6th position.
Yeah, and that's
I
good
think
enough for
we're
us. That's good
overrated.
enough for us. If we
Yeah.
can make 5 or
Y'all
6,
also got to
I'm
get in a winning streak though in order to do that.
Yeah, we gotta win about 5
Yeah.
or 6 games.
we can do that. Don't lie, we can do that. Yeah, let it happen.
All right, and real PSA moment, real quick. DeMarcus Cousins, I love you, but I need you to hang it up.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Because you
Now
now,
he's
now you're
getting
just hopping
technicals.
around,
Yeah.
and you just in the league just to be in the league at this
He's in
point.
he's a shell of himself. But look how close he was to getting $200 million.
Yep, so close, bro.
And
So disappointing.
y'all forget people.
Same way
And
Isaiah
then he had to
Thomas.
play for $1
Same-
million.
yeah, same way.
Right. Jeez.
Also, y'all
Same way
forget
Isaiah
too.
Thomas, same thing.
Yes.
That whole trade deadline thing that year was insane, which
I
is why
remember.
we moved it before the All-Star game, because the fact that it happened in the middle of the All-Star game, and then his agent had to go in his ear and tell him, like, on the spot, like, yo, you're a new member of the Pelicans now.
Yeah.
And then, like, I think 2 weeks later, he ended up tearing his Achilles.
Yeah.
Which helped Golden State get him and whatnot. But, yeah, dude, it's time to hang it up. You had a great career. It's been real. Because now you're just hopping around from team to team.
Yeah. All right, like, even if you could stay on a contender and, like, just win the
championship. He's on Denver now, but they said he got more technical fouls than points.
Yeah.
It's like he's just mad.
Right. You know? And clap it up for Lance Stevenson, because he's going to be on the Indiana Pacers for the rest of the season.
Hey, shout out Lance.
Happy for Lance.
He should have never left Indiana to begin with.
Yeah. But I also think he should never left the Lakers, because he was producing for the Lakers.
I think he had a 1-year deal with the Lakers. So.
But that's.
Yeah, I think got a 4-year deal from Charlotte. Yeah, when he left.
He was betting on himself.
Yeah.
And he should have stayed with Larry Bird. He went with Jordan.
Right. And Jordan wasn't paying no mind.
No. It cost, because Jordan don't have the tolerance for, you know.
I mean, he do with LaMelo now.
You know, born ready shit.
Right.
He do with LaMelo now.
No, he's one thing about Lance. He's big time. Yeah. In the playoffs, he ain't afraid of no moments.
Yeah.
I give him that.
He'll take the shot. And LaMelo is a great passer now.
Yeah, LaMelo do that, but he'll pass.
Yeah, I think he's got too much showtime in his game.
Yeah.
And that's going to drive coaches on the break, through the legs, you know. That's schoolyard stuff.
Yeah.
And that's cool in the schoolyard.
but that announcer, it'd be exciting.
Yo, that announcer needs a
that commentator, he needs to get excited.
But see, he's feeding into it.
Right.
He making LaMelo want to do it more. Yeah. The coach is like, bro, just make the pass, man. When it's summertime and you go out to Rutgers or wherever,
LA,
street ball, we'll do that. That would drive me crazy.
Listen, how many LaMelo jerseys just for that?
Yes, as we mentioned, Clippers are not. Kawhi's
not coming back. I don't think Paul George is coming back.
All right, guys. Can y'all give me a team who's gonna make a big trade?
I'm gonna say the Warriors. I'm gonna say the Warriors.
I'm gonna say the Knicks are probably gonna get rid of Julius Randle.
Yes, because he unfollowed them on social media.
He didn't unfollow.
He didn't do that. And two, us as fans, us as New York fans, we don't like him.
Don't say we, because you are not a Knicks fan.
I'm a New York fan.
It don't matter. You are not a Knicks fan. Do not claim that.
Hold on, darling. You're absolutely right. But I am a Knicks fan if we make it to the playoffs.
No, you can't say that, bro.
It's my hometown team.
You're a New Yorker. There's a difference.
But are they not my hometown team?
It's true.
It's true, but you're not a fan.
How many times have you seen?
But we do watch Knicks games.
No, we do.
Right. Okay. How many times have you been a Cowboys fan? But like, let's say if the Giants made it in and beat the Patriots, wasn't you not excited about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But so that's New York.
And you were from New York, right? Yeah. And you wanted the Giants to win, right?
Your point is well.
Okay. All right then. So I don't know what Freddie was talking about.
Because you claiming it like it's weak.
No. Okay. I do that a lot. That's a
bandwagon thing.
Yeah, that's a bandwagon thing that has to break. You're absolutely right. But as New Yorkers, they don't want him anymore. And
because we don't know how to shoot with his right.
You're right. And it seemed like he had a great year because
he played well against the Lakers the other night, though.
Yeah.
And then R.J. Barrett was balling.
Yeah. But it seemed unfair because he did get the most improved player. He did make an all-star game.
Here's the thing. But he rested on his laurels. Right. Meaning, New York is a tough city, man. And if you don't play hard on every play, that's why I know Westbrook will be perfect for New York.
Right.
If you don't play hard on every play, New York will let you have it, man. Yeah. And the fact that he can't go right at all.
Who, Randall?
He got left-handed. And he don't ever go right.
Scream, go left.
That was RJ.
They both
go left.
But at least RJ will try to go right. So you got a team with two left-handers that don't go right. It's gonna be a problem. That means things are gonna go wrong.
I think the Heat gonna pull the trigger on somebody. I don't know.
He got everything. Because remember, you got Victor Oladipo just sitting on the bench.
Yes,
right. When is he coming back?
I have no idea, but they don't need to make a move. And right now, they gotta be either number one or number two.
No, because Spoelstra's coaching The All-Star game.
Yeah, and clap it up to for Spoelstra because I like that.
Yeah, and I like
he deserved it.
Monty Williams coaching for the West.
Yeah, the Heat are number 1 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
35 and 20.
Like,
Yeah.
who should make a move? I don't even know. I feel like
I want Miles Turner. So I'm gonna say Miles Turner.
I'm trying to think like who's realistic.
All right, let's get this thing popping.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled podcast.
In culture, Kylie and Travis Scott have a new baby. A new baby boy. Do we know his name?
No.
That his name in there? Or they didn't?
It's something
I
Scott.
didn't know it was a boy.
It's something Scott Jenner. something Travis. I mean something Scott Jenner. You know, hyphenated.
Travis.
Yeah. Something Travis.
Something hypheny.
Yeah, hyphenated.
Or like something
The
that's.
baby was born on 2/2.
Yeah, 2/2.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
Who's born on 2/2?
Yeah, basically.
That's fire.
Basically.
I didn't even know that. Wait, was that why that went viral? The
Maybe
2/2.
Well, maybe they just kept it under wraps.
Oh,
Also, too, what's happening? Lil Durk and Kanye are dropping their new albums on 2/2.
Yeah, extra 2. 2.
But I don't know.
And in sadder news, Kim and Kanye had just got baby mama.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
They gotta resolve these issues. It's gonna get worse in the public's
No,
eye.
you know what's funny? Guys, go listen to Flashing Lights on Runaway album. He predicted.
Runaway.
No, not
The song. The song is called Runaway.
No, it's called Flashing Lights with Rihanna.
Oh yes.
He predicted everything. Like if you listen to his lyrics,
Yeah, that went viral.
he's predicting
all of the lies.
Yeah.
All of the lies.
And then he was saying,
My baby mama daughter.
right, I can't see
in
my
that
daughter.
order. Can't see my daughter. Yeah.
Restricting order.
That's crazy.
He predicted that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I saw the little because some people were pulling it up and then it was viral. Like, oh,
Yeah, my
Kanye
baby
rapped about
mother,
this 10
father.
years ago,
Right.
Sister hate
And
me in
now-
that order.
Right.
and I was like, damn.
I gotta go to Borders.
They also said, I didn't write it down, but they also said they had a listening party for Donda 2 in LA last night.
Really?
Future's producing it.
Executive
producer of it.
You think that
Future or
No,
Future.
No, the past future.
No, I'm saying like Future the artist or Future the prince.
Future the artist. What did you think I was talking about?
No, because there's two Futures.
What
There's,
fucking Future
hold on,
talking
hold on.
about?
There's Future the Prince who discovered Drake.
No, not
And
that.
there's-
Not that, dude. Nobody.
Okay, that's what I'm clarifying.
I'm talking about Future.
You talking about Future the artist? Okay.
Dirty Sprite Future.
Yes, okay, I got
March
it.
Madness Future. Yes, he's the executive.
So what's the
I don't
lyrics?
know
What
why.
they saying about the album?
I ain't hear nothing yet. I just heard a lot
Why
of
is
celebrities.
Future the executive producer of this?
I don't know.
Kanye
But they said a lot of celebrities were there.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be as long as Donda the first
Okay,
one.
that's
but,
cool.
But
I don't need 27 songs.
right.
With 5 remixes on the back end.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Today's date is what, the 8th?
Yes.
So we're getting it in about 2 weeks from now.
So they say.
So they say.
All right. I know Kanye, his mind, I don't like it.
yeah.
That album ain't coming out to June.
Yeah, probably.
Not even. They probably
So
like,
Neymar Netflix documentary, what's this about?
So
Oh, the soccer player.
soccer player Fredy.
yes, this is Neymar Jr., the Brazilian all-star soccer global phenomenon, who was a prodigy at 14 years old.
Yeah.
He signed his first contract with Santos, which is it's like the
local.
It's like the Lakers of like Brazil in terms of
Okay.
soccer.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You know, like Pele played for this team, and the last time they won the cup
Was
in
when
Brazil was when Pele played.
Pele played.
Wow,
Right.
is that long ago?
Yeah.
Jeez.
But Neymar won it 2009, I think, 2010.
Right.
So because of that, he was named he was named the new Pele
Right. Basically,
as he was coming up. And this documentary, executive produced by LeBron, Maverick Carter.
Right.
Wow.
Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted. Yep. I was shocked when I saw that. I didn't know. I know that him and LeBron are friends, but I didn't know LeBron had a take in this. So this documentary, it documents his life he's narrating and talking about like from when he was a child,
the ups and downs
of that stuff, the way he had to deal with social media, how his dad became his manager, and his dad basically like made a framework so that after he retires,
he's pretty much set for life.
He's set for life.
Right.
Nice.
He doesn't have to worry about soccer.
He also had to deal with being a hothead because there was sometimes where he would like lose his temper.
He would lose his temper because all of the lights was on him.
Right. Yeah, you liken him to the Allen Iverson.
I like him to the Allen Iverson of soccer. I'm looking at Messi and Ronaldo as the Kobe and Michael Jordan of that league.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because Neymar, his lifestyle would be interesting to me because he would party all night, all summer, really, and then just show up for certain events and be like, all right, we need 4 goals. All right, cool.
I almost got him.
Yeah,
so that means he's that good.
He's
right.
that good.
Raw talent.
And he was skillful, so he would like Ronaldinho type skills where like he would just dribble, pass it through somebody's legs, run around them. Like he was flashy.
And to the point where I've seen Messi and Ronaldo kind of take a little bit more serious with their craft, a little bit.
Mm-hmm. He was criticized a lot because he would fall. People were saying, "Oh, he falls for everything.
Right.
He doesn't care. He parties too much. He doesn't take it serious." And there's a lot more pressure coming from Brazil because Brazil they live, eat, breathe soccer.
Right. So, and I will admit, him playing for Barcelona.
Yeah, that like catapulted his.
With Messi and who was the second other player?
Suarez.
Right. I thought he should have never left that team for Paris.
Yeah.
Everyone
says that.
After winning pretty much the whole thing, he won the whole thing like twice.
They won it like 3 times. Yeah, twice, 3 times.
He decided to leave, and his father even told him, "I didn't like you move. Like, why are we going to Paris now?"
Yeah,
gotcha.
He tried that for about a year and a half, maybe 2.
Yeah, the first 2 years was shaky, and because all the pressure was on him, he wanted to win. Basically the French league is not as popular as the Spanish one,
right?
And him being there, him attracting that, being the biggest signing in record history, 220 million,
something like that,
euros,
right?
Him being that big of a star and going to a league that's not that famously known, people are gonna come after him. People were coming after him. People were kicking in.
So the documentary is worth watching.
Yeah, definitely.
It's worth a watch, and it's worth like.
It's very entertaining.
It's not just his life. It's more of like how did he like deal with that triumph
fame
that struggle.
You're listening to the sounds of Disabled is Abled.
And then Disabled is Abled news. Facebook Meta rolls out a disability avatar. Clap that up.
Yes, sir.
How could they didn't do that before? They should have been.
I have no idea.
I didn't even hear about this.
But Meta is introducing new avatar options designed to allow people with disabilities to better express themselves across the platform. Their avatars can add wheelchairs, hearing aids, crutches, and more to reflect across unique. To help people with disabilities to express themselves better.
Yeah, clap that up.
And
I think that's great.
You are right. I thought they should have done that a while ago.
But now it allows the people you're conversing with to know what your situation is, and just general because we're communicating through emojis and avatars
all the time.
So I'm assuming if you see my avatar in the metaverse. And I have like a crouch or wheelchair, you know I'm disabled.
Right.
They also
outside the computer.
And they also said you can use it on Messenger, IG, DMs, and the VR Ultra thing that they have.
So all the cyberbullying may not take place as much.
Right.
You know, based on who you're dealing with. Know who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So fellas, where can we be reached?
We can be reached on Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube, all at Disabled Podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and enjoy the Super Bowl, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
We are out.
Love you.
Out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please throw your hands in the air for the greatest podcast on earth when it comes to music, sports, and culture. Disabled is Abled with your host, Eli and Fredy. So put your hands